in, make yourself comfortable, and just start to notice your body making contact with the mat. Now, we're going to be here for a little bit, so if you're not comfortable sitting like I am and you need to extend one or both legs, um, feel free to do so. If you want to sit like I am in easy seat and your knees are up here, elevate your hips a little bit higher. So come onto a bolster, add another blanket or two, just whatever you need so that your knees are either level with your hips or below your hips. So that's going to allow your pelvis to tilt forward. We're going to be nice and straight and elongated through the sides. And we're going to start with a little breath work. So just settle in, get yourself comfortable, and I'll count out the first 2 rounds, and then we'll do 3 or 4 other rounds. This breathing pattern is an inhale to the count of 4, and exhale to the count of 8. This is really good for regulating any stress. If you just feel really out of whack, this is really good for helping to regulate your nervous system if you're in a very stressful situation. And you can do this anywhere. So I'll go ahead and, as I mentioned, I'll count out the first 2 rounds and then we'll go from there. So we'll inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do 3 more rounds on your own count. And if you need to adjust the numbers, feel free to do that. Just keep that exhale twice as long as the inhale. Once you've completed the last round, just go ahead and gently blink your eyes open or raise your gaze, and we'll start to just warm up the upper body, starting with the neck. So we'll turn to the left, and while we're over here, we'll note how far our head is turning. Don't force anything. Back to the center and then over to the right. Back to the center, again to the left, and this time just notice if your head turns any amount more. Back to the center, and then over to the right, noting the same thing. And then we'll come back to center. We'll drop the left ear to the left shoulder. And just let the weight of the head do the work here. Reach the right fingertips down toward the mat. They may or may not touch. And you can move them away a little bit too. This should intensify any sensation you're getting on the top of the right shoulder. Raise the head and then drop it right ear to right shoulder. We're just gently starting to bring movement into the upper body. Left fingertips go toward the mat. And just notice any sensation here. And then raise your head up and drop the chin toward the chest. And then bring it toward the left shoulder. I'm just going to hold static here. You should feel a stretch down the right side of the neck. Very gentle right now. Chin back to center and then over to the right. Bring the head back to center, then raise the gaze. So again, let's do the head turns to one side and the other. So we'll go left. Notice if your head's turning further. Back to the center. And then over to the right. Back to center. Now let's take that left arm, extend it straight out. Palm is facing the front of the room. We're going to sweep it across. Scoop with the right hand. So you can hold it like this, or you can cradle the arm here. If this bothers that left shoulder, bend the elbow any amount. Let the stretch settle in. Let everything start to release through there. And then if you would like, you can turn and look off of the left shoulder. Let me feel a little bit more sensation here with this. Back to the center, and then gently release the arm. Right arm goes out, cross across the body. Left arm comes underneath for support. Let the shoulder release a little bit here. And then if you'd like to, you can turn and look off that right shoulder. Come back to center, and then release the arm back down. Let's go ahead and bring the arms up into goddess arms. And we're going to start by bringing our elbows toward each other. Now keep them up high, and we're squeezing the shoulder blades on the back of the body toward each other. Then come back forward, bringing the elbows and the hands together. Keep those elbows up, and then we'll do that one more time to the back. This time, let's bring the left elbow underneath the right. So we're coming into eagle arms. And so this can be your eagle arms with the back of the hands together. Or if you can wrap and bring the left fingertips to the right palm, you can do that. Go ahead and bring those elbows up just a little bit. Feeling sensation across the top of the shoulders, maybe around by the shoulder blades as well. And then if you'd like a little bit more, you can tuck the head down in the crook of the arms. Go ahead and raise the gaze, bring the hands to the shoulders, and then release everything down. And we have another side to do, so bring those arms back up to goddess arms. This time, the right elbow's going underneath the left. Back of the hands come together, or you can wrap the right fingertips to the left palm. Raise the elbows just a little bit. And then if you want to tuck the head down, go ahead and do that. Raise the gaze back up and then release the hands to the shoulders and then bring them back down. Let's see. Right. So the next thing we want to do is go ahead and come on over to our hands and knees. Now I'm going to push my bolster out of the way that I was sitting on, and I'm going to go ahead and bring a blanket underneath my knees. I am on carpet, but I know sometimes having that extra, it's just really nice there. All right. So come on to tabletop. Our wrists are under our shoulders and our knees are under our hips. And we'll drop the belly toward the mat, raise the gaze coming into cow. You can tuck the toes here if you like, then flatten the tops of the feet, round to the back, coming into cat. Just really push through the arms to keep everything linked and up. And then just flow back and forth at your own pace. You can stay a little extra in one of the poses or the other, depending on how your body's feeling. Keep doing this a few more times. We're moving really slow and deliberate this morning. And then after our next cat stretch, we'll go ahead and return to the neutral spine. I'm going to turn toward the camera for this one. We're going to extend the left leg straight out to the side, directly out to the side from the hip. Sole of the foot is on the floor. We're going to shift our weight into the right arm and then circle sweep our left arm straight up. So we're trying to stack our shoulders. So if you're having trouble getting the shoulders to stack and you're maybe, over like this, go ahead and bring those lower ribs forward. That should help you twist a little bit more through the waist. Really reach the fingertips up toward the ceiling. And then we're going to thread the needle 3 times. So we're going to slowly bring that left arm underneath the right and enjoy a nice inner thigh stretch on that extended leg. So then we'll bring the arm back up, sweep it underneath one more time. And then last time. And then bring the left hand back to the mat, the left knee back to the mat. We'll do that on the other side. So extend the right leg long and straight. Notice the stretch on that inner thigh. Go ahead and shift the weight into the left hand and sweep the right hand up. Again, bringing those lower ribs forward to help you stack those shoulders. And we'll thread the needle. Go ahead once. We'll hold a little bit when we get here. And then extend back up. Thread the second time. And then back up. And then one more time. And then back up. And then we'll sweep that right hand to the mat and the left knee back to, or the right knee back to the mat. I'm going to turn back sideways because we're going to go into our downward facing dog. So coming back into tabletop, just tuck those toes and then raise the hips up. Now we're not going to stay here very long. We're just going to bring a little movement to the body. So let's drop the hips coming into plank. Now you can stay in high plank like I am, or if you need to drop your knees, feel free, just keep that body in a straight line from the head to the knees or the head to the heels. Tuck the toes, come back into downward facing dog. Then we're going to drop one more time into plank. Drop the knees this time, and then press your hands back, hips toward the heels, coming into child's rest. While we're down here, let's go ahead and bend the elbows and just circle the wrists. We were on the wrists a lot there, so we just want to be sure that we're giving the wrists a little bit of a break here. And then we will come on to our first restorative pose today. So the way I'm going to show you how I set it up with the props that I have, and then I'll show you some alternative ways as well. So the first way is to take your blocks and place them in a T shape. So as you can see, one is a little bit higher than the other. So the one that's the long part of the T is on the lowest setting. The one that's the top of the T is on the medium setting. And then I'll take a cushion, a pillow, or something like that and make a bench, what we call a heart bench out of it. So we're making a bit of a ramp. Make sure it's sturdy there. I usually have to place something at the top of the mat for my head, and then we'll come with our hips to the cushion or the pillow, and then just lay back. Knees can be bent here. We're going to go into reclined cobbler eventually. So what we'll do then is just drop our knees apart, let our feet, or the soles of our feet come together. So if you do not have something that's sturdy enough to really do the ramp, what you can do, you can come straight onto your back. So kind of the same thing. And where we're going to get that heart opening, sorry, you can, forgot my blanket. You can take a little blanket and roll it up a little bit and place it right beneath your shoulder blades. If you're a lady, probably about where your bra would sit. And then you'll come just down to the mat and bring your arms to a T. So this will do that same action. All right, so you could get to select which one you have. If this feels like your head's a little bit too thrown back, feel free to take another blanket and just place it under your head, just for support. So that's what that'll look like. So choose your pose. And if you're in the heart bench setup, go ahead and bring your arms out into a T as well. That'll help to further open the chest. And once you settle in, I'm reading The Practice of Being Present. This is by Dana Folds. Attend to the breath. Let the rhythm slow and settle. Filling, emptying, draw the outside in, and then release. Simplicity and ease. Nothing to do but breathe, relax, and feel the free movement of air and life force. Watch the play of energy and sensation. Allow everything to be without the need to change or fix or make it different. This moment, you can listen to your soul. This breath, you can have no goal but being. You are already complete. This, just this, is what it means to be whole. So it's time to gently come out of this position. So if you're up on a ramp, just very gently and slowly roll to one side. If you're closer to the floor, you can do the same, but just be very careful. And then once you get your props out of the way, you may have to come up to seated to get everything out of the way. We'll go ahead and come back down to our backs. Just take your time. And then once you get there, go ahead and bring your knees into your chest very gently, one at a time. Pull the knees into the chest and just let the back release here, the low back. Release a little bit here. And then we can rock side to side a little bit. Just bringing a little bit of movement into the body before we move on to our next pose. Let the knees drop away from the body a little bit. Hold one knee with each hand. And then we'll just do some circles. We'll keep the knees and ankles together and just circle in one direction. And then we'll pause and go in the other direction. And then just pause here again, and rock side to side. If you'd like to stretch a little bit into happy baby, it's fine. Go ahead and do that. Just get the movement in there. Stretch one leg long and straight and then the other if you like. And then once you kind of got a little bit of movement out, go ahead and roll to one side. Extend the top leg straight. Bring the top hand to the mat. Very gently bring yourself up. And then we're going to move into legs at the wall. Now, I'm going to show you, you can do this on the seat of a chair. I have a chair here that I'll show you on. So if you just have a piece of furniture, you can do that. So if you only have a piece of furniture, just place your lower legs on the seat of the chair. And then we'll come out with our arms in a T again, just like we did in the other. And this can be your legs up the wall. The other option, if you do have a wall handy, is just to come with your one of your hips really close to the wall. If you can't get that close, that's okay too. And then as you lie down, swing your legs up the wall. So whatever's comfortable for you, some people like to have their legs straight up like this. Some people want to have their knees bent. This is just going to reverse the flow of any kind of swelling you might have in your ankles. It's also really good for stress relief, for anxiety, anything like that. So you're looking at the ceiling, it's just a complete change in perspective. And then again, your arms will go out into a T. If you would like to place the rolled up blanket underneath in your kind of your upper back area below your shoulder blades, you can do that here as well. But this is enough, just having your arms out into a T, having the feet elevated above the heart. So I do have one elderly student whose cardiologist wants her to do that for about 20 minutes a day. He loves it. So we'll just go ahead and settle in to whatever your favorite version of that. And then I'll do another reading by Dana Folds called Joy for No Reason. I am filled with quiet joy for no reason save the fact that I'm alive. The message I receive is clear. There's no time to lose from loving, no place but here to offer kindness, no day but this to be my true, unfettered self and pass the flame from heart to heart. This is the only moment that exists, so simple, so exquisite, and so real. To come out of this pose, just gently slide your feet down the wall and gently roll to one side. If you have your legs up on a piece of furniture or chair, just draw your knees into your chest and then just gently roll to one side. Once you've moved everything out of the way that may be there, and you're back on your mat. We'll just do a couple things here at the end to get ready for meditation and Shavasana. So go ahead and pull your knees into your chest again, just being very gentle with the body, letting the low back relax as you pull the knees in. Then you can rock side to side a little bit, just massaging that low back. Go ahead and just do a couple of things here just to get ready for meditation and Shavasana. So let's first of all just bring our knees into that tabletop position and then just drop them off to the right, keeping the knees and ankles together. Left arm can go out to a T. Just doing a gentle twist here. You can look off of the left fingertips if you like. Then bring the knees back up to center and drop them to the left. Right arm to a T, and you can look off of those right fingertips if you like. All right. And then bring the knees back into the chest, and then we'll rock side to side one more time. If you'd like to do a little bit more with Happy Baby or any other pose or stretch before we go into meditation and Shavasana, feel free to do so. It's whatever your body's asking for so that it can settle in. And as usual, I always highly recommend that you get an extremely comfortable and supportive pose for our Shavasana. We read a short meditation, and then that takes us into the final rest so you can really make yourself comfortable, make sure the body's fully supported. I'm going to go ahead and come up to get ready for that. But you feel free to go ahead and continue to do anything else that you need. So, the meditation that I'm going to do today is Desert Bloom by Danielle North. Just close your eyes, noticing where your body's making contact with the support beneath you. And bring awareness to your body. Become aware of the structure and form of your body, feeling the edges of you making contact with the surface beneath you. Become aware of the surface of your skin. It contacts the whole of your body, your skin holding the other structure and form of your body together. Become aware of your body within your skin, your muscles and bones, creating the structure and form of your inner body and holding your internal organs in place. Become aware of your blood moving around your body. Become aware of your heart beating steadily and rhythmically. Every part of you connected. Become aware of your breathing, breath by breath by breath. As you breathe, an opening is made in your mind, a place where your thoughts clear to reveal a place of serenity, an oasis of tranquility. You find yourself walking effortlessly over soft sand toward a lush green oasis. The sun's rays are just beginning to creep over the horizon as a new day dawns, turning the sky from midnight blue to a soft, delicate pink. Picture the colors in your mind's eye as the sky shifts from pink to purple to red, then orange, yellow, and gold. As you get closer to the oasis, you see there are palm trees, cacti, and vegetation here. Water comes from deep underground, sourcing life, creating and supporting the fertile area. You walk to the oasis and sit on a warm rock next to a bubbling brook. From here, you notice movement between some other rocks. You look closely to see a snake in the final throes of shedding its skin. You watch, mesmerized by the snake as it rubs against the rocks until it is finally free and glides over to the spring to drink, leaving its old skin behind. Eventually, the snake has rested enough and it continues on its way. You begin to wonder what you might need to shed in your life. What would you like to let go of at this time? What might be holding you back or keeping you stuck? You let these thoughts come to your mind, becoming aware of what you can safely let go of at this time. When you are ready to let go, you slide off your rock into the crystal clear blue water of the spring. Taking a deep breath, you submerge yourself under the water, cleansing and purifying your entire being, letting go easily without challenge or difficulty. You feel refreshed and energized and return to your rock to absorb how you feel after letting go. This is a moment just for you. So you let go and allow yourself to rest and relax deeply in this moment, letting go right here, right now, feeling calm and relaxed as you let go. Resting deeply, letting go. The oasis has sourced you in the same way it sources the lush, fertile vegetation around it. You feel grateful to know that you can return to the source at any time, but you know now that it is time to leave. You retrace your steps with ease, becoming more aware of your breath. Become aware of the edges of you making contact with the surface beneath you as you repeat the affirmation silently. I let go with ease and grace. I let go with ease and grace. And then you rest here, reflecting on the affirmation. I let go with ease and grace. When you're ready, you start to bring awareness back into the room and back into your body. Just slowly begin to wiggle fingers and toes and circle wrists and ankles. Just bringing movement back into the body very slowly. And when you feel ready, just roll to one side for our pose of transition. We'll use this time to reconnect with our breath and our normal breathing pattern. Express gratitude to yourself for showing up to your practice. You can take some time to set an intention for the rest of your day here if you'd like. And when you feel ready, very gently bring yourself up and we will meet in a comfortable seated position. So we'll bring our arms down by our sides with our palms facing away from the body. We'll circle sweep the arms up and overhead, palms to touch in Anjali Mudra. We'll bring thumbs to forehead to remind us to live with an open mind. Thumbs to lips reminds us to speak kind words not only to others, but especially to ourselves. And then thumbs to heart center reminds us to live with peace and gratitude. The teacher in me honors the teacher in you. Namaste.